With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 out long. Double tight, guys. Double tight. Four down. Four down. Shift. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 20.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
At the 32-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Four down. Hey. He goes to you. He comes to me. It's me.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. Flushed out right. And right away, he lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And the pressure gets to him again. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
At their own 47-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
36. He squeezed. He's checking crack.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 23 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danielle Hunter. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
He's coming. We got double up.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Ready. 55. Hey, eat. I got him.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. The Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Vikings nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. If anything.
I think it's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And Too Tall Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Buddy up. 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 50. I got you. Mike. Look small. 59. I got wide. 59's Mike. Check.
To throw on third down. Cunningham. Open here, Adam Thielen. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
Check curls.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Cunningham. Flush to his right. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Cunningham from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Cunningham looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
59. Hey, we got to get to the ball.
On third down, Cunningham escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Diggs. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey. I'm coming.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Mike the 59. Let's go. Get set.
To throw on second down, Cunningham. Forced out to his left. This is caught. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Flush to his right. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass as they are now on the board here in the first half. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken very short. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Under 10. 10.
Jackson. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendon. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Odell Beckham. 66 yards, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You've got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Check 26.
On 2nd down, it's Cook looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. From the gun on third down, Cunningham eluding the pressure, looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Seal. Check 31.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson flushed out right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson now. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
66. Pull it. Ha. Go, Mike 55. Mike 55.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He is going to find Hill here. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This will be taken very short.
Tyreek Hill on the return.
Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Yellow, go on, Eddie.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 4.
Yellow.
Echo.
Let's go, baby. First one.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Willie Lanier. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check 80 weapon. Check 99.
49, check 49, check 49.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Mike 50. Go.
Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this.
Check. Go. Check hot route. Hot.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Man open, Rice. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 2nd down.
Stop your whining. Tight end's left. Tight end's left.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 3rd down, Jackson, and this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Odell Beckham there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Vikings 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw, they'll run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready. 52 by 52.
Get that quarterback. D-line. Get quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Same on. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That one complete to Hill. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Kill. Out.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson dancing to his left. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First down. 52. It's our field.
First and 10 at
It's
the
our field.
45-yard line.
Hey, it's our house. Let it go.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on second and 8. Jackson, flush to his right. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Brings up second and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Wahoo. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. Here I come. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Yo.
From the 24, Jackson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
Slam, squeeze.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
Lady.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. More there.
Alert.
On first down, Dickerson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tight ends on the ring, go. Tight ends on the ring. Go. 4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Willie Lanier. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Jets 10, Saints nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be taken very short.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10.
Gun.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. Going deep downfield for Roll. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for the Saints. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Derek Brooks diagnosed that play so well, just like he did back in the day. Over 1,700 career tackles en route to being a first-ballot Hall of Famer.
Heck of a guy off the field as well, winning the Walter Payton Man of the Year award in 2000. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down.
Flying 90. 40. Check. Zoom.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Saints nothing.
Guys, listen. Quit talking about it and bring it. 59, Mike. Check. 59. All day, every day, any day. Deuce. 40. Zebra.
3rd and long. It's Wilson eluding the pressure right. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. An all-time great tackler, Brian Dawkins, making the play there.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check 52. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Jackson from the gun. He'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensive with nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 58 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets will extend their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short.
Let's go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
One left. Hey, alert.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Mike.
280.
59. Watch the run. Watch the run.
50 guys, 4 down.
Check. 59.
Up.
Who that?
Hey, 0.
That's it. 59. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Odell Beckham, 72 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Now Jackson going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
4 down. 3 down. Orbit.
59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. So don't say nothing.
Mike, check. 59.
Now Wilson. It's caught by OBJ. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Touch 50. 4 down. Hey, 0. Fast. Go. Got it.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try the left side. Dickerson. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Deion Sanders, the one to bring him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Shot. Mike 5'9". You can't block me. Push left.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about.
Scoreboard. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Big stop, D. Big
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything. But in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball, because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Get off the field. Off. Get off the field. Back up.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
After the interception, here's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. Going deep downfield for Rook. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. John Ross, 66 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by the relentless Howie Long. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Jackson on third down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. George Kittle, 42 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Run it. Run left. Watch the screen. Echo. Punch left. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And got his man complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught. Beckham. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll run on first down. Dickerson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Now a give right side. Dickerson at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the. Interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The trick play does not pan out here on 4th and goal. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
You know why this team showed up?
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Check Mike. Mike 50.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. And able to haul it in is Kittle. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. George Kittle, 99 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Jets 31, Saints 16.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
14.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Spot that. That's what I do. Hey, 0.
Here's Wilson throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Here's Wilson rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Check. Gun. Flow. Took right. Gun. Banjo. Zoom. Right left.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again here, Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. Taking it in. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Extra point by Badgley up and good. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed the stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes the heart from them.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
This will be taken short.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
At the 36-yard line.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Set 50, plant.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Alert.
Off play action. Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. Throwing on first down, Herbert. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Herbert into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ted Hendricks. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 50 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. To throw on 3rd down. Herbert escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And it's going to be a short field to work with after this one. It's touchdown at the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
On 1st down, Barkley. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I got wide. Go. Watch twist. Sponge.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. How about the big boy boys snagging one. You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive lines.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Deion Sanders. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning.
He's got a man, complete, 20, 10, and touchdown. Jerry Rice, 72 yards. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Got it. 50, Mike, 50. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking
Yeah. Flare. He's checking. He's crash.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him.
Odell Beckham Jr. Touchdown.
There you go.
Odell With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tight end to the right. Move. Even. 4 down. Even. That's it. 26 Mike. 26 Mike.
Oh, you got deep?
Switch. Yeah. Squeeze. Check.
From the gun, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think with talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Tight dog.
Shift. Watch the shift.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. It's Hill, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Throwing is Jackson. He finds Beckham, complete. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
A lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed.
And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the great one, Jerry Rice. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
To throw is Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And this one is right down the middle. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
At their own 28-yard line.
Yellow. Let's go, 80. At 57.
4 down, 4 down. Why? Move.
Right side.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holt.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. Dickerson, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Yellow. 80.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Haywood. Switch. Rush in. Check 43.
Hey, rip list.
24. Watch 24.
Right side.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. The first carry for the legend is Bo Jackson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming out.
No gain on the play.
57.
Brings
Come
up
back.
2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Wide. Get wide.
Right side.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Watch the safety creep.
After the interception, here's Jackson. They complete it to Hill. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Jackson's pass.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Second and 10 now from the 27. On second down, this is Jackson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
All day, dog. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Too little, cupcake.
Shoot. 25. Check 25. Check.
Check 24. Check 24.
Jackson from the shotgun, sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. 6-0 our score after one.
Yellow. 480.
Skip this. He's crashing. He's checking.
Hey, 15. Motion. Hey, let's go.
On 2nd down now, Dickerson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
480. Hey, 15.
It's a gain of 2.
I know you.
On 3rd down, Dickerson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this is incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 14, Jackson. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Echo. March 49. You don't want this.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. It's caught by OBJ. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Hey, switch gears.
Barkley. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets will extend their lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's got it to make it now 13-0.
Makes the score Jets 13. Bills.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Under 10. Yellow.
Mahomes now to throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, Dickerson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Watch safety creep.
Hey, dribble it.
Safety's creeping. Go. Check 31.
Easy.
Check, go get him.
Hey, 57 colors.
Alpha.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 20.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Mike's by 4. Man, I got go.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Jerry Rice, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Liam.
Jackson now. Going to throw again. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now Jackson being chased out left. Man open, Rice. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And an alley to run. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Willie Lanier able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Bang, 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 bang. Yellow, yellow. Back, back, back.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Pittsburgh. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on, boy.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Come on. Switch it, switch it, switch it.
They'll go to Barkley again. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
70 ending. Mike, 49. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 49's the Mike. Watch 49. I got you, punk. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Silver.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Odell Beckham, 26 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Jets 20, Bills nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Yellow.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
15. Check.
From the 30 on second down, Mahomes. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now on 2nd and 16, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney. A sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
49's the mic. 49's the mic.
Stay with your man.
Shift.
From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
15. Yellow.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Holt.
That's it, baby.
Complete to number 81.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a give right side. Dickerson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4.
43.
Buzz.
Motion. Hey, rip list.
Mahomes now on 1st down. This is caught. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. I call it no gain there on the first down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson, and he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Bills get a bit closer. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
Throw complete there to Jerry Rice. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The Jets on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson to throw. It's caught. Beckham. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Get that ball. Kill.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. They'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Again, Jackson. He is going to find Hill here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Kill. Turn up. Pilot 64, weak. Hey, turn it up.
On first down, Dickerson. He's got a first down and more past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holt. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Yellow. 180.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. Hey.
On 3rd down, here's Bo. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On the run, it's Bo Jackson. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Motion.
Hey, 57, 57.
Mike 5.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holt. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Willie Lanier. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Hatch it. Hey, alert 3.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He finds Beckham, complete. That's good for 28 yards.
Ready.
It's a gain of 28 yards. And the Jets, 1st down.
Say.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. I'm going to run you over. Hey, run you. Let's run.
Jackson throwing again, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's into the clear. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
That's it. Big hit.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, Lobo. Watch time, watch time. Tight end run. Put it in.
A first down throw coming for Vick. Gets this one to Hill. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by the Hall of Famer Mel Blount. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Get on the point right here. Eyes on 85.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rod Woodson with a pick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And that'll make it third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland. Tremendous. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Hey, check mine. Watch.
Here we go.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is.
And he will have a touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10.
Shift.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now here's Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
Watch twist.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Vick. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Vick. Goes underneath for Bell. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a second down. Throwing again on second down, Vick. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Second and 12 at the 12-yard.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Who's on 85? Come on, baby. Let's get this. One check. One check.
Check 37.
From the gun, Jackson. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out, and his guys have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, it's Vick. It's Hill, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Michael Vick. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Vick operating on first down. Caught here by Bell. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Tight to the right, boy. Tight to the right. Move. We got 4. We got 4.
Looking to throw again on second down. Vick has got his man. It's Andrews. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go, let's go.
On third down, Vick. And this is caught on the sideline, but no. They'll say out of bounds. He caught it, but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
He was covered by Deion Sanders.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down.
59 Mike, check, 59. Switch up.
On fourth down, Vick. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands.
Set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
That's good for a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So that one will be accepted.
Let's go. Ready and read. 33.
Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
They'll run with Barkley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Jackson. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Focus, defense, focus. Mike, check.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Check Mike 33.
You go, night.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 34. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. To throw again is Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
To throw again on 2nd down, Vick. And he comes back with one complete. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. First down, Vick. Forced out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Check, trade weapon.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down, Vick. And he's got some space here. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
And he showed off yet again those elite cover skills that make him one of the greatest to ever play the cornerback position. If you're going to throw it anywhere in his vicinity, you obviously have to be on the high alert because he's a tremendous athlete.
Boy, a great athlete indeed. He can pretty much do anything. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.